guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a very good day. So it is July. I'm late with this video again. So let's get started with my June book reviews. You guys know the drill. Annotations are at the bottom of the video, so feel free to click on any of the links to jump to that specific review. Let's get started with my first review. It's my manga review on 5 centimeters per second. The story is by Makoto Shinkai and art by Yukiko Seki. So let me tell you what the story is all about. Our main character is Takaki Toho. We really follow Takaki's story through elementary to high school and eventually into his adult working life. We follow how his relationship with the girl he met in elementary, how that relationship has affected him throughout this time period. And it's rough. It's sad. It was not what I was expecting at all, but that is a quick synopsis of what 5 centimeters per second is all about. Let's talk about our main characters. One of them is Takaki Toho, and he's a heartbreaker. Takaki, sometimes I wanted to shake him, sometimes I wanted to yell at him because I wanted to tell him, Takaki, just communicate, pick up that phone, talk to the girl, and you know, go for it. But Takaki was not like that. He had a hard time communicating his feelings. It was quite a struggle reading about his character and seeing the difficulties he was going through. He was at a roadblock and he was stuck. I was quite frustrated with his character, but what I really liked about 5 centimeters per second was how relatable and identifiable these characters were, how realistic they were portrayed. Next, let's talk about the plot of 5 centimeters per second. So I thought the pacing for the most part was steady to slower pace. I didn't really have a good idea of where the story was going. Wikipedia kind of described it as vignettes of Takaki's life. At the ending, oh my goodness, I won't spoil it obviously, but I felt unsatisfied at the end. I do like open-ended endings, but I thought this one was so open-ended. I wanted to know more about the characters. With that being said, guys, I'm going to give 5 centimeters per second 3 stars out of 5. I thought the artwork was fantastic and lovely. I just wanted more from the story. I wanted more from the characters. It didn't blow me away or overwhelm me with the feels, more frustration for the characters. I thought the film was beautiful. Oh my goodness, so pretty. I cried at the loveliness of the film. The manga is quite close to the film. The manga actually has a bit more at the ending, so for those who have watched the film but is wanting more, definitely check out the manga. But that is my review on 5 centimeters per second. So my next book review, guys, I'm very excited. It's on Inferno by Dan Brown. Let's talk about it. Of course, our main character is Mr. Robert Langdon, art professor and symbologist extraordinaire. We find Robert Langdon in a hospital. He has amnesia. Can't remember what the hell happened to him on the weekend. No, he did not get wasted. Or did he? And of course, at the beginning of the book, someone is targeting him. Someone's shooting at him. I thought it was Lisbeth Salander at first, but it's not. Humanity is being threatened yet again, and so what will Robert Langdon do? Well, he has to try and save them all. Obviously. The setting takes place in Florence, Italy. So many cool places. What Inferno is, it doubles as a travel guide. It really does. He gets to see all the cool architecture and art, and I want to go to Italy. Let's go! Next, guys, let's talk about the characters. Robert Langdon. You do not have to read the previous books to read Inferno. He wakes up with amnesia, so he has to, of course, give you his backstory, what he does. You will know him in the beginning of the book. There's not a big transformation or development of his character throughout the story. What Robert Langdon has to really overcome is his amnesia and what the hell happened to him the past few days. As far as his leading lady, Sienna Brooks, who is a doctor at the hospital where he was admitted to. I didn't really like Sienna all that much. Sienna's character is very smart. She was in theater, and so her ability to adapt and transform into these different characters was very convenient. So it was very convenient to have her alongside Robert Langdon because they were in tight situations where they had to evade the authorities. Next, let's talk about the plot of Inferno. The plot was quite fast-paced, lots of action throughout the story. A detail of the plot in Dan Brown's Inferno Inferno is of course Dante's Inferno. So I thought it was really interesting to learn about Dante's Inferno and what the different levels of hell were, and that's kind of my favorite aspect in Dan Brown's books, is that different conspiracy theories and the details of these secret organizations and all this stuff. It was quite interesting. Again, I thought Dan Brown's Inferno doubled as a travel guide, knowing about the different architecture and the art throughout Florence. I thought that was cool. Dan Brown's Inferno plays like a movie in your mind. It's very popcorn and blockbustery, very over the top, very dramatic, lots of twists and surprises. I think too many twists and surprises. Is just, there are moments where it's like, really, is this really necessary? And lastly, guys, the writing of Dan Brown's Inferno. One thing definitely got on my nerves is the amount of exclamation points. I know I am horrible at overusing exclamation points, but I did not want to see that many exclamation points in a fiction novel. It was just weird and too much, and it's like, ah. The dialogue and back and forth between different characters plays out like a movie and over dramatic, and it's not how real people I think would talk. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to give Dan Brown's Inferno 3 stars out of 5. If you're looking to read a Dan Brown book, I wouldn't suggest Inferno to start with. I would suggest either his first book, Angels and Demons, or the second book, Da Vinci's Code. I haven't read the third book, The Lost Symbol. Also, I thought the threat, what was threatening humanity and the world, was quite interesting. It's more on the scientific side than the conspiracy mythological side. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought the facts regarding what was happening to the world was very interesting and really scary, actually. So you could check it out if you'd like to. And again, I love this edition. This is the UK edition of Inferno. So my last book review for you guys is Neil Gaiman's Make Good Art Speech, and I really liked it. It's a very quick read. As you can see, it's very short, and the design is by Chip Kidd. He definitely goes out of the box and breaks some rules. He uses a lot of turquoise and red, which is a usual no-no in design because how it vibrates when you look at it, but there's a lot of white space and a creative use of typography. But anyways, it's all about the message. I really took away from it, especially what Stephen King said to Neil Gaiman. I won't say what it is because you'll just have to read it, but that was definitely my favorite aspect of his commencement speech, and I wrote it down and put it on my tripod so I could see, because I get freaked out recording now. It's my way of calming myself down and not freaking out, and to just, you'll find out. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to give Neil Gaiman's Make Good Art Speech. Really? Do I have to rate this? 5 stars out of 5. So Neil Gaiman, inspiring words. Stephen King, inspiring words. So that is everything, guys. You're probably wondering where's my review for the Odyssey by Homer. I'm still working on the story. What I really love about this edition is the translation. Robert Bob is doing very well with the translations. Very easy for me to understand. My only thing is the names. Reading these names, and you know, do we really need to know whose father is who and whose son? Ugh, too many names, like, other than that, I'm really interested in knowing where the story goes. Right now, Telemachus is trying to kick butt and trying to find out where his dad is, Odysseus, if he's alive. I'm waiting to read about Odysseus and the craziness he gets into. So those are my book reviews for the month of June. I hope they were somewhat informative. But yes, that is everything, guys. I will talk to you later and have a very good one. Bye.